VIOFO sent another dash cam to do a review on, so Kevin's going to install this in one of his vehicles, and we'll have him do some video or photos so he can show you of it installing it, and then we'll do put some video up of it working. But it's really a dandy. We'll get some video once it's all in. It's actually a pretty small camera. That's nice. I like it. Wow. I like this. Look at the size of this thing.
Well, yours are bigger?
Yeah. I mean, compared to that one in the Bel Air of the truck. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. And then it has the car charging jack. If you don't want to hardwire it, we're going to put the hardwire kit in. It comes with the polarizing lens and the Bluetooth remote.
See that white stuff looks like wire harness that I thought was wire harness, because I was going to pull this molding down and put the camera wires under here and in here and then down and get B+ and switched ignition, but that's an airbag. And it goes all the way down to right there. And I'm thinking it'd be bad to be screwing around putting wiring around an airbag, because if it goes off, and who knows what happens, because airbags can get real finicky. At any rate, so that's not happening.
This is a 2008 Chrysler minivan.
Chrysler Town Country.
Town and Country Limited.
So what I'm gonna do, and we're not gonna do that today, is I'm gonna put it here. This is where I'm gonna get power, B+, and switched ignition from here. So we're going to have a really short harness. We're going to be making a harness for it, but you're not going to probably see this on video. If you do, it'll be down the road a piece. And then at that point, maybe we'll do an update on the front end, because this is the van you've seen when we painted it next door. So, and it's all almost put together. I got to fix some of the runs, but at any rate, fortunately, this was easy to put back in.
And even where we did our little repair on the fender came out good.
And that's how easy that is to get back in. Getting that off's another ball game altogether. I broke a little thing right here that holds it to the airbag bracket, because this thing is welded to the bracket that airbag's on.
It's probably designed to blow off when the airbag goes.
And I assume there's an airbag in that one too, so that handle would be a freebie upside your head.
No.
And of course, you got airbags here. I think there's airbags back here for all the doors. I'm not sure about back there in that third row seat, but I know there's airbags here.
I know when Jeremy's airbag went off on his Neon, it blew parts of the dashboard out, and that's what cut up his face, was the parts from the dashboard flying.
That's why I don't want to do any wiring in here. I don't want to screw with this, because if something happens, yeah.
That was I think the Neon was a 97.
The recalls Chrysler has on the airbags is because part of the igniter, the round piece, comes out and gets you.
Yeah.
And I guess it's killed a couple people, but I think it's far, very far. You win the lottery, you know.
All right, let's we'll figure out the camera now.
Battery B+ right here on that there wire, this white wire. I was going to splice for B+, but there's no switched ignition in here.
And the sunroof, which you thought would be switched ignition, just complete circuit to ground, so when you're testing it just runs the sunroof.
Yeah, it's good for a grin. If you want to show people something that's good for a grin. So my test light's on ground, and we do stuff with the sunroof. Oh, maybe I better turn the key on.
Yeah, because we're looking for switched ignition here.
And there's the sunroof. And I'm going to open it all the way. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, the radio just started, so can you turn the volume down?
I don't know why the radio's coming on, because of switch ignition.
Yeah.
Takes care of that. And then we can close it. It's a beautiful thing. Gotta love the new cars with all the modules. And this is no weight. Now, I think this is just the ground here.
Yeah, there's no way you can...
Completing a circuit somehow. Whoops, didn't want to do that.
So you really can't, these new cars, you got to be really careful with where you connect for keyed ignition, because...
Yeah, see, that's just the temp sensors, all that is. That's just low voltage. Probably sending millivolts or some crap. Oh, that must be ambient.
Yeah, I can hear the fan motor on the thing there changing speed as we're sitting here.
Got your fingers crossed? I got it, huh? Which one was it? This one? Yeah. Oh, there's only 2 in there by the looks of it. It says 3. Oh. Which one was it? Right here?
Looked like a blue one.
Here, hold that.
That isn't going to cause the
No, I don't.
heat controls to go.
Well, I know how to unhook it if it does.
Okay, so that's red with a blue
So
trace.
that's its switched ignition right there, right? So we got B plus here, switched ignition there, right? Here,
It's red with a green tracer.
Let's say we got switched ignition there.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're working on a RT minivan, Town Country, on 08, there's switched ignition. That's the dome light. I mean, that's B plus, battery B plus.
Battery positive all the time.
Yeah, because I got the key off. See there? I don't know if you can see the light on or not.
Yep.
But that's B plus all the time. And this guy here is switched ignition, which is for this here sensor. So, once I got some smut there, I got to get off. All right, so let's make a decision. What do we want to do?
That's your choice.
I think we'll roll it in the barn. I'll cut this tape off here. We'll cut it, and we'll splice. Well, first we'll put the camera up.
Okay.
Look at the wiring before I cut anything.
Well, for some reason this didn't record, but we were able to put the wiring up. Kevin was able to feed it up into there, and he's getting some two-sided tape, and we're going to glue that up into there. Whoops. And we ran the wiring down. There's a header panel right in there that we had to kind of run the wiring down and around, and then it just kind of peeks out there and to the camera. And we're going to tape that in. This is so your parking, if you're using your parking feature, you can set the camera, you can set it to how low the battery goes before you lose your camera. So he has it set to 12.4 volts, so when the battery voltage drops below that, it cuts the power to the camera. We took the wire out of the connector, and I just stripped some insulation back. We're going to solder it, and that way we can slide some shrink wrap over that and, make a nice neat job. Scotch locks are just Mickey Mouse. They don't last. Crimps and Scotch locks should be banned. They shouldn't even be allowed. I solder and shrink tube everything. I don't believe in Scotch locks or crimps. They're just they make for bad work. This is for everyone that doesn't know how to solder.
So you heat them up. They're getting hot. This one gets hot pretty quick. Now usually what I'll do is tin it.
Flick it on the ground.
I flick it on the ground. Make a big mess that I can't get off the floor very easily.
It'll scrape right off. Get it nice and warm. Touch your solder and it'll suck right in.
Did it go yet?
Not yet.
There it goes.
There, yeah, it's soldered. Quick and easy as that. Now you got a good connection. You don't have a Scotch lock that's garbage.
Let's unplug. Get rid of this hot iron so I don't burn anything up in here.
That looks pretty damn good.
Did it flow? There it goes. I think we got a good flow. We got it on the other side?
Yep.
All right, unplug me.
Did it go out?
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
No, it's still lit.
Just barely. I think I need to get some more fluid in it. It's barely lit. Whoops, getting a little hot.
No, that's probably good. Now it is.
So we tinned the wire. I mean, I was going to put a crimp eyelet on there, but I want the space. So we tinned the wire. Notice the way the wire's bent versus the way the screw turns, because if you do it the other way, it'll just kick it right out. I've probably got my insulation a little bit, but we'll get over that. I think we're good.
Okay, then we turn the key on and the camera should come on. Or if we read the directions, see how to turn the camera on manually, it should turn on too.
How do you turn? Just like that? It should turn on?
Mm-hmm.
How do you tell it's on?
It'll tell you.
Does it take a while?
Sometimes. Mine does. A few seconds. Should have turned on by now.
We got B plus. Is this door clear? We got switch ignition. Is there a fuse somewhere we're supposed to stick in this damn thing?
I got it up and working. We just need to format the memory card to it now. We got one right here.
I can hook it to my computer.
Alright, so because I'm not going to take the memory card, we formatted the memory card and that thing's working great. And we got it down on the phone here so you can actually physically see what the camera's recording while you're driving. Yeah, while it's recording while you're driving.
Oh, yeah, we're on the app.
Yep.
On the VIOFO, I hope I'm saying it right, app. I can't see it, but I don't need to see it because I'm driving.
Yeah, no, it's recording. It's doing a great job.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's really good.
How's the hood and stuff?
The hood is just... The hood is just... Yeah, it's probably the Wi-Fi signal
updating.
Gets interrupted. And,
from other Wi-Fi's.
Yeah.
Or something. Well, there's probably not as many here as at your house.
Yeah, down my way it's a little more, but that's really good. I'm impressed. Anyway, there you go. You can see the video on the video through the phone, or you can see it out here. Ground wire's a little bit of a... We originally put the ground to that screw, and we couldn't get it to work. Well, that screw goes into a metal panel, but that metal panel is glued to the sheet metal, so it's not grounded. So we had to actually find a wire in the overhead there that goes to ground it to. So yeah, you can't always use on these newer cars body parts for grounds because they're not welded together, they're glued together. And that acts as an insulation and prevents a good ground. There we go, installed. So when you turn the car off, it should shut off, and awesome. All installed and working. I just want to finish this video up with the dash cam, and my brother, it's 08 Town Country Limited, and we hooked, as you see how we hooked the power up to the overhead console, and we got the keyed power off the temperature sensor for the climate control. And what happens with those, they have this CAN bus system on these cars, and basically it's all these modules for everything in the car communicate with one another. And what happened when we put the 12 volt keyed power to that temperature sensor, I'll put a link in the description about the CAN bus system. There's resistors on each end, and it knows the current flow, and if you disrupt anything, it basically turns the system on, so to speak. Everything starts communicating with one another. And what happened was it ran the battery dead overnight in the vehicle. So you got to find a power source that doesn't go to that CAN bus system if you're connecting your keyed power up to your dash cam. So I just wanted to add that to this video before I wrap it up, and hopefully it, you know, will help you out, especially if I'll put a link in for a video that is a basics on a CAN bus system in a car. In the newer stuff, you know, this old stuff here, yeah, you don't need to worry about it at all. The only electronics it has is the tubes in the AM radio, and it's got a Protronics ignition in it now. But anyway, that will be it for this video. I'll also put a link in the description for the dash cam. Pretty dandy little dash cam, so if you're not looking for a rear cam or an interior cam, you just want a front view cam, it's really a nice cam. So what we're going to do is, instead of my brother going through and finding a keyed power that doesn't go through the CAN bus system, he's putting it in the 90, I think it's a 95 or 96, it's a Dodge Ram 2500 diesel, and that doesn't have any of that stuff in it. And he has a sliding camper. It was my dad's truck and camper. My dad gave it to him, and so anyway, we're gonna end up putting the dash cam in the Dodge pickup, and then, you know, that's where he actually, I think he really wanted it more so than in the minivan. But anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it, definitely hit the like button. If you like my channel, at 348 engine icon that pops up there will subscribe you, and thank you for watching my video.